Good evening, everyone. It's Wine O'Clock here again at the Wine Man's. Tonight's wine is from France. This is from the Cahors area. This is from Emmanuel Rybinski. It's his 2018 vintage of the KOR. It's my initials. It's my wine. However, I'll explain to you why it has this unique, amazing name and tell you a little bit about Emmanuel and his vineyard, Clos Trottligotte. Based in the southern part of the Cahors region of France, where they make predominantly Malbec, about 90% Malbec, about 10% Merlot, on a very, very high plateau, which is very, very iron-rich soil within that area. And that really makes incredibly good Malbec and incredibly good Merlot. Now, they're also 100% organic, 100% biodynamic. They've been going since 1987, and Emmanuel wanted everything to be the best that he possibly could be. From the fruit, to the harvesting, to the bottling, to the labels, to everything. He just wanted it all to be great. And I'm going to taste this tonight, and we're going to see what it's like. Bear in mind, this wine is in my anti-wine club case for November 2020. And the focus for that particular case is on absolutely amazing value wines. And in my opinion, not only is this wine named in my good... Oh, don't you just love that voice? That voice? That sound as well as that voice. It's not only is it named in my good selves and my initials, but it's also phenomenal value. So let's take a quick look at the colour on this. So, look, it's very dark, as you can see. Now, as it's Malbec, it's always going to be dark because it's very, very dark skinned grape. But look at the beautiful purple characteristics you've got going on there. That's a lovely wine. Now, it kicks in typically about 14%. Let's have a look at what we've got for this one. 13, so it's gone down a little bit, which is good news because it should be a little bit softer. So brilliant, brilliant weather for the 2018 vintage. Quite a lot of rain later, early, but then lots of glorious sunshine, and that really brought it out. It meant that the harvest was a little bit lower than it normally is, but the quality was through the roof. So what you've got here, 25-year-old vines. As they're getting older, they're producing medium sort of yields, but the quality is getting better and better. And you can really tell that because this is natural fermentation where they're putting pre-selected yeasts in there, and then they're macerating, and they have this thing called pigeage, which is basically pumping and poking and getting everything to mix up together and making sure that the wine itself is looked after in the best possible way. Doesn't see any oak influence at all. It's stainless steel and concrete in terms of its maturation, so it's really good. So it's very rich and intense. It's got like a black cherry, dark plum aroma. Very berried fruit, so. Wow. Okay. As you can tell, instant hit of tannins. The tannins, they stick around. The finish and the firmness of those tannins is lovely. You know, I mean, because it's a big French Malbec, you really need to have some food with it. But now that the tannins are dissipating, the fruit flavors are coming through and the characteristics and the minerality of the wine. This is really delicious. It's got a slight spice to it. It's not like Argentine Malbec. It's a more elegant, more refined Malbec. Now, the reason why it's called KOR is because in France, the K is pronounced Ka. And so you've got Cahors, not KOR, Kevin O'Rourke. No, Cahors. It's a bit of a nice play on words. And they've also got the K-nom or the K-nom and the K-lise. And those are other different ones that they made. Each of them come from separate plots within the vineyard Clos Trottligotte. So this is a beautiful way for anyone to try 3 or 4 different Malbecs from the same estate and see the very, very different styles and textures that you get with them. But I had to go with this one because it got my name written all over it. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's tasting. Speak to you again tomorrow. Cheers.